All right, let's welcome in soccer analyst Thomas Rongen, who is here to break down this game. TR, first of all, what a game it was. Goalless at halftime, and then we managed to get 3 goals in the second half, so things electrified a little bit in the second 45. But just your thoughts here as Spain claim their 4th European championship.
The best team throughout this Euros. They've won 6 straight, as you said, their 4th Euro final and win as well, which is one more than Germany. And De La Fuente, who came in with a no-name, so to speak, the under-21, the under-23 goes, believing in Yamal, believing in Williams, that were so instrumental in that first goal. Or Yartabal, as you said, coming in and scoring the winner. All guys that he guided through the youth system in Spain, now the head coach, and winning his first tournament. Absolutely brilliant. And the shortcomings of Gareth Southgate's England team really finally got exposed. Thank God, because the best footballing team won. And now the discussion starts, should Cole Palmer have started? Should Ollie Watkins feature in this game as well? Cole Palmer, goal and assist. Yep. 0 starts, by the way. Most goals come from the bench as well. And there's been a lot of speculation about should Foden start, should Kane even start, but Gareth Southgate staying with cautious, cagey, defensive football, and eventually caught up with him.
We'll talk about England in a second, but first, we didn't really know what to make of this Spain. Certainly at halftime, Rodri has to come off because of the injury. Zubamendi comes in there, but Spain respond right away and come flying out of the traps. It seemed like they caught England kind of still in the locker room a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, England still figured it out, obviously, because they had really in midfield done a tremendous job, quite frankly, the first half to shackling Rodri. And all of a sudden, Rodri isn't there. Which they don't know till they walk in the field. So now I can see Rice looking at Bellingham and, you know, who's going to pick up whom. And that's all of a sudden, boom, here Spain comes. Here's Yamal with a beautiful assist. His 4th, by the way, brilliant, and puts them up pretty early in the second half. While, as you said, England still seems to be in. And that's just brilliant.
Yeah, Nico Williams there with that strike. Really nice let go. Olmo just lets it go through there, which is
Nico
brilliant.
Williams, July 12th, turned 21. July 13th, Yamal turned 17. The bromance continues between those players. And potentially, Williams could go to Barcelona. He's rumored to go to Barcelona. Barcelona wants to play him. These 2 guys are the future of football in Spain, obviously. And here you can see, obviously, what Spain has done, how good they've been. Former generations of the Xavis, the Iniestas, and this team with some unknowns, quite frankly, including the
yes, very much so.
And with a great goalkeeper in Simon, as you said again, that saved them late. Dani Olmo didn't start the first game. Pedri get injured. He scores 3. Clears one of the line late as well. And this game, we always knew, Jeremy, this game would open up after somebody would score. That early goal in the second half all of a sudden made it a very interesting game. England falling short. Still a great run, but a lot of questions about Gareth Southgate tactically, how the way he set England up.
And now we have a World Cup, which is right around the corner, 2026. We know what U.S. soccer is going through in terms of the managerial process with the U.S. men's national team. But for this Spain team to win a European championship on the cusp of the World Cup coming up in 2 years, would you say that right now, looking at the landscape in Europe, Spain would have to be the favorite in terms of a European team to win the World Cup?
The core group will be there. I mean, you got a nice mix between experience and youth, obviously. And you look at Lepar in the back, for instance, he's 28. Lemont is 27, the 2 center backs. Yeah, you got to find maybe a way to get Carvajal, you know, with another player. But this team, with the Pedri, with the Gavi, that both are injured, could be the favorite going into the 2026 World Cup, Jeremy. You're absolutely right.
So I'll just ask you, you're the head of the English FA. Now you've got questions about where your team goes from here with Gareth Southgate. They said before this, it doesn't matter what the outcome is here. Gareth Southgate is a guy that we want to stay. He's gotten them to a 2nd straight European Championship final, so we have to give him some credit for that. But if you're the head of the English FA right now, what are you thinking, and what's your decision process here?
At Gareth Southgate, who is a tremendous human being and also a tremendous manager. You know, in his tenure, they've gone to semifinals and finals. They haven't won the big one. Lost in 2 European finals, one at home, obviously 2 years ago in London against Italy in penalties, and now as well. I think that Gareth Southgate is going to look at this and say, I've been here for a long time, since 2016. That's a long time for club, but in particular in international football, where you go through one cycle, Euros and a World Cup, and that's it. I might think that he might say, you know what, enough is enough. I need a break as well. And then I say, which sounds crazy, the US should look at a Gareth Southgate if he's potentially available.
So you think the decision is going to come down to Southgate, not necessarily
Correct.
the FA?
I think the FA wants him back. He's done a tremendous job. Yeah, he hasn't lifted the big one, but what he's done with his team, where they were in 2016 prior to this, and then the Bellinghams, Mino as well, the 20-year-old, inserting some younger players and giving them some freedom. I think a lack of freedom, quite frankly, because defense was always first. That's why the Fodens couldn't shy. Saka was inconsistent as well, where Spain said, hey, you young bucks, we're going to release you in Williams and in Yamal. It's more like, help us defend first and give us something going forward. And that's been the big discussion throughout this. This team is more talented, and I think that Gareth Southgate is holding him back a little bit. And I think he's going to walk. He says enough is enough.
Well, certainly we talked about this in the pregame, that the big names need to show up for England, and that wasn't necessarily the case. Today, as Spain claim their 4th European Championship title, beating England 2-1. TR, good to have you with us. You predicted it right. Spain was your choice today. Spain are the winners. And, of course, they're going to be talking about this game. And we also have another final coming up on the Golasso Network. They'll be talking about that. Scoreline, of course, we'll have you covered with details from the games. And, of course, tomorrow morning, Morning Footy, Susanna Collins and the crew walking you through the 2 finals today. The Golasso Network is home of the World's Game. It's available on the CBS Sports app, through Pluto TV, and streaming on Paramount Plus for free.